I'm always looking for ways to show my cat how much I love her. And with Fancy Feast gems, I can pamper her whenever I want with a savory gravy on top of a gourmet mousse pâté. The pyramid shape makes serving simple, so all I have to do is peel and plate to make mealtime feel extra fancy. And with 2 entrees in every pack, it's easy to turn every day into the extraordinary. Fancy Feast gems.
Have you ever spotted McDonald's hot, crispy fries right as they're being scooped into the carton? And time just stands still. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Most people forget this when you need it most. There is something that will guide you. There's something that will show you the way. There's something that aligns you in every situation, but it's so easy to forget. It's given to us by the universe, by God, and we forget to use it. But when we tap into it, when we lock this in, everything becomes possible. My name is Henry Lawrence, and welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast. In this episode, we're going to talk about a power that you have. Something that you can use to control your experience and create anything that you desire. Make sure to listen all the way through, because at the very end, we're going to take a deep, healing, meditative breath to help us align on this message so we can move forward throughout the day. We are a part of something. So if there's something impactful, if there's something that gives you a different perspective, if there's something that gets you thinking in this episode, leave a comment. Express the energy within you so that you can share it to the world and you can start speaking to the universe and saying, I'm about this, and other people can receive it so we can grow together. So this tool, this system that we have, is of utmost importance to charge. If you were going to do something that you had never done before, you would have a manual. You would have directions that show you how to do it. What parts go where, how to organize it. Like, it's all there for you. Well, in life, we don't exactly have that. What we have is a mindset. A mindset is what will guide you through every single situation. But this is organic. This is spiritual. This is energy. This mindset is not a piece of paper that you could write something down on once and it's always at. Your mind is a setting on a frequency. And so you have to constantly focus and dial in. It's a choice to operate as the higher version of yourself. It's so valuable that it's the one thing that can get you out of any situation. You don't have to know the way with mindset because you are the way with mindset. Adjusting your frequency, adjusting the setting that your mind is on, changes what you're seeing, changes your perspective, changes your perception. So when those are adjusted, your reception is changed as well, because as you perceive, you receive. And so our mindset, which is energy, which is knowledge, which all the things, has to be poured into every single day. Every single day, you must take time to charge up and be precise and focused on what your mind is going to be set on. If you do not work this energy within you, you will go through the day reacting to everything. Your experience, what you'll end up creating, will be a reflection of what is happening to you, because you're not in control of your energy, which is your mindset, your filter. But when you start taking control of your energy, when you start being precise on what frequency you want to operate in, when you start doing that, everything that you face is faced with that perception, a decision that you made, a belief that you made, a setting that you set. And so it's faced with that. So now your perception is different, because you're not just rolling through life, you're moving through life with precision, with purpose, with alignment. And so when that thing happens, it no longer happens to you, right? Because you had no direction. It happens for you because you have direction. It happens for you because when you have direction, whatever is happening, you're going to see how it's for you. You can receive it differently versus it happening to you and receiving it that way. That's how all this works. So that's why it's so important in the hardest times to do this. The greatest gifts in life are the ones that knock us down, the ones that take us down, the ones that beat us up. Those are the greatest gifts in life. Because when we're knocked down, when it's darkness, when we can't see, when we're lost, we have one choice. Well, one real choice. We can either go deeper and be lost even more, forget what we are, or we can make the choice to change. Because when everything is stripped from you, when you're at rock bottom, you make hard decisions. You make hard choices. And so when you start setting your mindset, your reality will change. It's that simple. This is not easy. And this is something I've been gifted to learn right now. You see, life isn't always going to be perfect, but there's always perfection in life. Life isn't always going to be great and happy, but life is always great. And there's always joy. Right? All those things are always present. We just may not experience it at all times because of what we're going through, what our frequency is, what our growth is. And so when you get knocked down to these points, you don't give up. You still show up. You still elevate. In fact, it's the most important time because the need is strong. The desire is strong. The power behind it is strong in these moments. And so you're going to make hard decisions. You're going to do hard reflection. You're going to look at yourself and you're going to use this as an opportunity to grow. The more you can take off the mask and truly look at yourself in these moments, the more you can grow. The growth is never outwardly. It's always inwardly in these moments. So when this happens, you can't look outwardly and blame other things. If you do that, you're missing your chance to grow. Instead, you look in the mirror, you look at yourself and you see, am I proud of this? Is this who I'm supposed to be? Is this what I should be doing? Is this light? And so when you start doing those and facing them, I don't know if you call that shadow work, reflection, whatever you call it, but when you start doing those things, you start truly healing. You start truly releasing. And the world starts to look different when you do that. If you're standing on burning coals, your desire would be to stand in cold water. But if you're standing on dry grass, would you still want that cold water? Right? That's why this process is so important. And when you're going through it, you don't need to add more to your life. If you really want to get to the other side of what it is you're through, focus on what's in front of you, go within and start doing the work. The law of attraction says like attracts like, so you don't have to do anything for the external. And I know that seems hard. I know that seems not fair or not right or whatever it is, but you have to trust the rules of the universe because they have been here before and they will be here long after you. We are not creators of the game. We are experiencing it. So you can't change the rules. They're infinite. They're forever. We dial into its frequency, not the other way around. And so when you go through these moments, if you're feeling at the most low, if you're feeling at the most lost, set your mindset. When you set your mindset, you're going to give yourself the tools to get out of it. Spend time in the morning writing down your I am statements, who you're going to be. And then do your best during the day when you get knocked down, when you get knocked out, when you lose your breath, when you feel lost, when you feel, you want to cry, you're in these painful moments. When you're in those, bring in what you worked on. Coach yourself out of it. Learn how to pour into yourself through energy and then use that energy to flow through so that you could realign when you need it in the highest moments. This is a practice. It's not perfection. So the first day you do it, you're probably not going to do very good. But when you go the next day and the next day, if you keep doing it, if you keep sticking with it, and your only goal is just to look what you did yesterday and do something a little bit better, if that's all you're doing, over time, you're going to be so radically different, your life can't stay the same. It's impossible if you do this. Again, it's not complicated. It's simple. You just have to be consistent and you have to be focused and you have to want it. Right? If you go into this with negativity, if you go into this with dread, if you go into this with low energy, that's what you're going to pour into it. When you go to change, think of the Big Bang, if that's something you believe in, the Big Bang, everything's created. Imagine if that's how just everything is created all the time. Any creation, any new experience is from an explosion, an eruption. So if that's the truth, when we go to change, there's going to be lots of those combustions and exchanges and expansion. So the ingredients for those are fixed. Fear, the unknown, doubt, lack, all those have to exist because it has to be so just, the friction has to be so intense, so just just negative and expansive and explosive and extreme, like that's already there. That's why if you go to do something to enhance your life, if you weren't scared, if you didn't have fear, if you didn't go into the unknown, it's not actually going to happen, because true change can't happen in comfort. The Big Bang was a nasty event. Think about the entire universe just being created out of nothing. So that's how all change goes. But when you do have the power, there's the fixed ingredients. But just like God, as we're made in the Creator, just like that, you can add in your favorite flavors. Some people, when they bake cookies, they want raisins. Some people want chocolate chip. Some want nuts. Some want all of them. Some want different flours. Some want different things. You can put into this recipe love. Meaning when you go into the thing you want to change, pour love into it. You're not eating yet. So you're pouring out. You're not receiving it. You are putting the ingredients together to bake. So that's why you're pouring into this mindset, pouring into this mindset, pouring and pouring and pouring. That's what you're doing, because you're going to mix it up. You're going to cook it. You're going to heat it up. And when you take those cookies out, when you take the energy out, that's when you receive. Because you dialed in your mindset. You put it in the heat. So you came through it as that version of yourself. And then you receive, because law of attraction is like attracts like. So then once you become, you experience. That's how it's all done. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a deep breath. As we breathe in, we're going to do what we've been doing for a little while. We're just going within. So you breathe in, slow down, allow your mind to stop. Like, truly do this. I'm going to tell you this. If you can't commit to this breathing exercise with 100% commitment, 100% focus, truly locked in, as if it's real, as if you are the most powerful creature on this planet, and when you do this deep breath, the world shifts. Like, if you need to do it with that level of commitment, because if you can't, don't do it. I want everyone to be connected as the highest frequency version of themselves. And if you're not ready for that, do not take this breath. But if you're going to do it, if you're saying yes right now, that means you are that person with that power. That means you are the one that can create anything in their mind and make it a reality. That's you. And so as you breathe in, allow stillness. Close your eyes and see nothing but yourself floating in the air, existing, radiating, but peaceful. As you hold your breath, just observe. Allow your thoughts to flow. Whatever comes to you in this moment is meant for you. Allow it to flow. Allow it to radiate. Allow it to be present. Whatever you see, just be in this moment. See yourself and allow something in. Allow something in that your mind wants to set to. If you're working to save up that money so you can have that savings account, visualize that image. If you're working to go on a vacation, if you're working to buy a house, whatever it is, get that promotion. Allow it to come into your mind and come to you. Imagine that you grow in size as you're holding your breath, and this thing that you want, this promotion, this life, this experience comes to you. It doesn't get smaller. You get larger the closer it gets. As it comes to you, it goes within your chest. You feel it become one. And as you exhale, you are agreeing that this is now your reality. That's where it goes. Are you ready? Let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. Everything is happening for a reason. This moment, this life is meant specifically for you. It's for you to grow. You are the main character. It's you. Everyone else is role players in the story that you are writing. Put yourself in that position. Know that you are the one with the pen. You can write anything into your life. It's not fair. It's not balanced. It just is. You are the main character of your experience. Write your story, elevate yourself, and become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a different perspective on whatever it is that you're going through. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below as well. I appreciate all the follows there. And if you want to join a community, if you want to grow with people, if you want to learn, if you want to expand, if you want to uplift, you should join the Shift community. There's a link in the description. It's completely free right now. If you join now, you're a founding member, and as a founding member, it will always be free for you. So if you want to be part of it, if you want to grow and uplift others, click that link, join, and be there as a lifetime free member. And if you're listening to this podcast and you want to make a shift, if you're listening to this and you're saying, I'm having trouble shifting my mindset, I don't know what to guide it to, I don't know what to shift it to, I don't know what to focus on, we need to connect. This is what I can do. I know that I can connect with you. I know that we can put it down on paper exactly what you want, and you will manifest it. You have the ability. You know that you're one conversation away, that you're one idea away, you're one bit of understanding away from making this click. It's so close you can taste it. You know that your business can double. You know that your life can go to the next level. Like, it's right there. You feel it. If this is not you, if you're not feeling it, then I'm not talking to you. But I know of the thousands of people that are listening right now, there's somebody that knows they just need to see something a little bit different so they can make the shift. If that's you, go to the description, click the link, get on the schedule, and let's connect and make the shift together. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.